I changed my mind. So you're gonna buy a house and it's the most important and largest purchase of your life, and you've decided it might not be for you. Hi, I'm Caitlin McKegg. I am a real estate broker here in Phoenix, Arizona, and today we're going to talk about contingencies that get you out of the contract so you don't have to go through with a purchase you don't want. So maybe you discovered something about the house that has changed your mind, or something about the area, or you're just no longer in a position to buy. Is there a never mind button? Yes, there is. So there are a couple contingencies in the contract in Arizona that allow you to get out of the contract. If you're canceling outside of these contingencies, there is a penalty, and that penalty is that the seller gets to keep your earnest money. So what is earnest money? Well, it's totally up to you, but it's usually about 1% of the purchase price. That can be a pretty hefty amount of money to give away just because you don't want to move forward with the contract. So here are the main contingencies in the contract. The first is your due diligence period. And in Arizona, that's 10 calendar days, starting the day after you get under contract. This is the easiest way to cancel the contract and one of the most important timelines to pay attention to. During this time period, you are doing an inspection of the property to verify that the property is in good condition, but you're also inspecting the area for crime, school districts, really anything that's important to you. And if you uncover information that you're not comfortable with, you can cancel that contract for almost any reason and get your earnest money back from the seller. The second contingency has to do with the title report. Once you're under contract, the title company will give you a title report, and this outlines everything related to the property, such as deed restrictions, easements, and all that fun stuff, any covenants and restrictions that the neighborhood has, and this is really important to read through and make sure that you're okay with all of that information. If you disapprove of any of those items, you have 5 days upon receipt of that report to cancel the contract and get your earnest money back from the seller. The third contingency has to do with the appraisal, and this one is a little bit out of your control. This contingency is only active if the appraised value does not meet the purchase price that you're under contract for. For instance, if you're under contract on a house for $450,000 and the appraisal comes back at $440,000, this contingency applies. Once this happens, negotiations reopen and you're able to ask the seller to come down to the appraised value. If the seller's not willing to do that, you're able to cancel the contract at that point and again, receive your earnest money back. This is also a 5-day contingency, so you have that time frame to decide whether or not you want to move forward or cancel the contract. So there you go. If you get cold feet, or you change your mind, or discover something that you're not too happy about when you're buying a home, you do have 3 major contingencies in the contract where you can get out and get your earnest money back. However, it's important that you're working with a real estate agent that helps you manage these timelines and understands the ins and outs of these contingencies. The great thing about understanding this is it takes a little bit of pressure off when you're looking to buy a house. Oftentimes, the market can move really quickly and you want to do all of this due diligence before you write an offer, but you're risking that someone else takes the house out from under you. Knowing that you have that 10-day due diligence period to really cross all these T's and dot the I's should help you feel a little less pressure in getting out there and writing an offer. If you have any questions about buying a house in Arizona, check the description below. You can download our free first-time homebuyer guide or set up a discovery call to ask your questions and learn more about the home buying process. Thanks for watching this video. I'm Caitlin McKegg with the Desert Dreamers team.